Hello and welcome back to Shakhtar to Glory, episode 78. And today we've got the first Champions League group game of this season. Obviously, last episode we had the draw, which we'll have a little quick glance over again, just in case you missed that episode. But do go and check that one out. And we've also had the Zoya game, so we'll go over the results. There's not much to talk about really. There's only been 2 games in the league since then, so there's been a little bit of transfer movement, but it's more scouting and more offers. I haven't actually got any deals done yet, but I think the window has now shut, so no one's going to come in now till January, so I'm not going to sort of look over that too much. Obviously, for the group game today, we've got a lot of new players in. We've got a few players that are unregistered, more towards this end, which they're under 21, so I don't know why they're not in there as being available based on being under 20, I think it is, on the 1st of September or something like that. But I was like, oh, we've got loads of players that can still be okay, but they're not able to play for some reason. I'm not too sure why, but we've still got quite a healthy squad size for the Champions League to play with, and the positions are missing. We've got ample options really. Strikers may be a little bit on the light side, but I think we'll be okay. We're only playing one striker, so we'll always have someone. As you can see, we've got 3 suspensions. That's because of the Champions League final. 3 sending offs. Again, if you haven't checked that one out, go back and check that out just for the sheer ridiculousness. And I've calmed down a little bit since that. It's been a few weeks ago, so I've calmed down just a tad. So today, like I say, we've got Sparta Prague away. It's the first group game. So let's have a quick look how things have gone on, and I have got on my notes here to look at one of the goals. I only played these games last night and about an hour ago. I'm off work today, so I had a bit of time to get a little bit ahead, get through to a recording point, and actually get a recording during the day, which is rare for me. So we had Alexandria in the first game, 3-0 win, fairly easy. I thought it'd be the tougher of the 2 games, but if you look at the scores, and when we talk about the Kopati game, it certainly didn't turn out that way. But Valentin Palancianu, he's not available today. Made his debut and got 2 goals, and 2 pretty good goals, but they're not the ones we're going to show. The one we're going to show is this own goal, I think. The goalkeeper for Alexandria, so you can already tell roughly where this is going. So it's about this point here. So he plays it back to his goalkeeper, who just side foots it into the goal. 90th minute, so I mean, we were already 2-0 up, so it didn't change the result too much, but seriously, what the hell was that? The Kopati game, we won 2-1. Now, this game, the first half had 0 highlights. I think the kickoff highlight was the only one. And in fact, pretty much for the first 70 minutes of the game, there was a few highlights in the second half, but nothing really that were chances or particularly good. So it's a little bit worrying. But we made some tactical changes, made a few subs, and it completely changed it. I think Paulinho come on in this game. Did he come on? No, he started, but the tactical change we made gave him a slightly different role, gave the team a slightly different purpose and role. They were just sitting back. We had to try and break them down, so we went to do that. And yeah, Paulinho scored 2 goals after that change, 2 in quick succession. They then did get theirs back. Like, it was 3 goals in 10 minutes. I mean, that sums up this game really. There was nothing for the first 70, 80 minutes, and then the last 10 minutes it come alive. They probably didn't even deserve their goal based on the match stats. They had, I think, 3 shots, and 2 of them on target, and one of them, I think both shots were the goal. One, the keeper made a save, and they put in the rebound, I think. So yeah, it wasn't the best. But we're going to jump into the game now. So what we'll do, so it's too early to tell for Sparta Prague. Obviously, the league isn't loaded. Excellent form we're in. It's telling us we're going to play the 5-2-3. We're not. We haven't really played it this season at all. We may have to revert back to it a little bit in the league, because having this possession play is all very nice, but we're not creating enough chances, and the teams are so compact that we have to find another way. We have to resort to different scenarios in the game, so we may revert to it a little bit, but it just means the wingers get unhappy because they're not playing as many games, and we've got a few in each position now, so it's a little bit something to think about, but I'll try and keep away from it as much as possible. So we'll cut to the team screens now. So here are the team screens. We won't go through their team too much. I remember Kadlec being a really good young striker on one of the games. Was it FM11 perhaps? I had him and he was just an absolute monster. He's been here most of his career. He's gone away a couple of times and come back. If you know which one it was, let me know, because I might go back and play that game, because he was amazing. In terms of us, we've gone for Roffo in goal. We've got Leo, Kvitsov, Audets and Lukacevic in the back 4. And we've got Solis in the defensive midfield role, Petrak and Kovalenko in the middle, and then we've got Nabry, Romero up front, and we've got Amawako on the right. Obviously, we've got Uriberto suspended, we've got Tello suspended, and I forget who the other one is. We've got Matias Fernandez. It's his first appearance. Well, he's on the bench. It's his first opportunity back in the team, so we may try and bring him on for 20 minutes if this game's going our way. We're going to encourage. We're just going to stick with the assistant. He hasn't done amazing. I've been trying to take over those a little bit more lately. I still haven't got a complete grasp of what our team responds to, so we may have to keep learning. We're going to go to 2D, and we need to speed it up again a little bit, don't we, as well? Yeah, so that is it, I think. So we kick off. We had the kick-off highlight. I didn't really see it because I was adjusting the settings, but we do have a highlight here. It's a Lukacevic throw-in on the right-hand side. He gets it back, finds Kovalenko. Gnabry, can he do something? Gnabry, and he scores. Gnabry is actually wanted by, I think it's Man United. He's wanted for transfer. He's not listed or anything like that, but he is wanted. And some posts just come in. I thought it was a delivery then, but I've had a few of those today. But unfortunately not. Just the post. Quite late, actually. 2 o'clock. But Gnabry buries that bottom right. Sorry, just letting you know what's going on at home there. Absolutely no need. So Bayern Munich have taken the lead against Galatasaray as is expected. This game is going rather well. They just got their first shot off after sort of 35 minutes. So we're really restricting them really well. But our shots conversion on target is horrendous. Now I don't know if that's partly because Macro is injured. If our strikers maybe don't fit the role. In fact, I don't know why Paulinho isn't actually playing. So Brandt has got one and Lewandowski got a penalty. He must be quite old now, mustn't he? 33. Still banging them in. So yeah, something to think about maybe at half time, maybe just changing the striker up, because Paulinho, I think, is the main man this season. He's... Oh, it didn't really work, did it? So let's try something else. So we're going to go assertive. We're in that base to improve. We've got a few more likes out of it there. Obviously, we've got Amarako carrying a knock, so we'll see how he gets on. He's recovering, but he's he's probably going to have to be hauled off at some point, or maybe give him to the hour mark. And I think Romero's going to come off as well. Our shots on target is not very good. There's the hour mark, so we're going to make some changes. So Amarako, he is recovering, but we're going to change Paulinho there. Now, have we got anyone that can play on the right? I don't think we have. Right, we're going to change system as well. We did this in the last league game, and it sort of paid dividends really. And I think we changed these two over as well. Yes, we did. So on the right, we're going to stick with Rodrigo because I think he likes to. In fact, we've switched these two. It might be a bit more playing on their suitable sides, like cutting in onto their stronger foot. See if that makes a change. We're seeing more shots on target here, so it has done something already, and it falls to Kvitsov. It's a bit of pinball wizardry in the box there, but it does fall to Kvitsov, and he just buries it. Obviously in for Tello today, so he's not a starting. He's another one that could be on his way out at some point. Now, we are top of the group, so I can only assume Bayern have conceded a goal to go, and it's 2-1. So let's have a quick look. Bayern Munich 2-1. Yes, Galatasaray got one back on the hour. So we'll go back to the pitch, and it's Bayern 3-1. So that will possibly take them back top. Though this will probably put us top again now. Was that Gnabry again? I think it's the two inside forwards combining, and this seems to be a bit slow. That was a bit quick, but let's see if we can change the settings. No. Solis, Kovalenko, we're coming again. Petrak. Kovalenko. Gnabry. Oh, and he hits the post. So 3-0 at the moment. We've got one more sub. We may look at going to give... We said we'd give him 10 minutes if it was going well. I think that's fine. Drop him in there at centre midfielder. And yeah, that'll be enough, I think. Should see this game out now. Hopefully we can nab another one. We are still top. That goal against us is costing against Bayern Munich is costing, and Paulinho buries another one. So this league, it comes down to head-to-head first of all. So the two Bayern games I think are going to be vital. We should have enough to see off Sparta Prague twice and Galatasaray twice. I'd expect Bayern to be the same, and that was ridiculously fast. We have to change that the next time we score a goal. So it's who comes out top of us and Bayern. I'm guessing this season. We're playing some nice stuff here. 2 minutes to go, and Gnabry's free on the left. Can he find a pass? He finds Rodrigo. Square it. Back to Gnabry, and I think that's Gnabry's hat-trick. Yes, it is. He started this season like a man possessed. I mean, Rodrigo started there. We wanted to do this, didn't we? Yeah, that's better. And he just tucks it in. But yeah, he started really well this season. Rodrigo was in front of him, but he's come back with a blast, and he scored pretty much every game he's played. Man of the match, I'd imagine, here. Kovalenko. So, you know, we mentioned it being the head-to-head. If the head-to-heads are fairly level, it's who gets the most goals out of these two opponents. And so far, we've hit 5 away at Sparta Prague. Now, I'm not sure how Bayern's game ended up. Let's have a look at that. Bayern Munich 3-1. So they weren't overly convincing. Let's have a look at Bayern. So they've got Jurgen Klopp in charge still. Manuel Neuer's still there. He's got to be in his 30s, at 35. Still worth 17 million. Still amazing, isn't he? His physicals have declined a bit there, but I mean, I don't think that's... I mean, he's rushing out still 20, so yeah, I don't think that's too much of a problem for him. We've got Thomas Muller's got to be similar sort of age, yeah, 138 caps now. Yeah, I mean, he's still a quality player, isn't he? And key player is Lewandowski. We looked at him before the game. Is he only worth 2 million now, did I see? Oh, no, 29. Silly me. Is there anyone there that maybe sticks out? Anyone new? Vidal's still there. Mustafi is there. Signed from Arsenal for 33. Doing alright. They've still got Alaba, Tolisso, Amadou Diawara. Is this the one that starts off at Fiorentina? No, it's not. Portuguese guy, I think he signed this season. He did from Benfica. I think we've got this team next. This is like a little bit of a scouting hunt as well. Rui Pires this season from Porto. Gundogan's there. He's been there a couple of years. 70 odd million. Odegaard. Bit of a strange one. Yeah, he's not very good. Not doing very well. The Ox is there. I did actually notice this. I think he's transfer listed. Yes, he is. I tried to look at maybe see if we could bring him in, but he's a little bit rich for us at the moment. We're trying to put money back in the bank and make sure we don't risk getting in the same situation. Yarmolenko, of course, has just joined West Ham this week, as I'm recording, not obviously as you're watching. 40 odd million for them. I think he's a lot cheaper than that, a bit cheaper than that for West Ham. I think he's in the 20s maybe. I think it's 22, I think I read, but that might be completely wrong. I've been reading a lot of transfer stuff. He looks like a youngster who's come through. Yeah, pretty much. And Timo Werner is there. So not a bad backup striker to have. And Lewandowski is injured. He signed this year. Obviously, he was at Porto on a free, wasn't he, last year? Yeah, and they've got 30 million from him back a year later. Not really hitting the ground running for Bayern, but he's going to have a bit of a run now, it would look like. 3 to 5 weeks. He'll miss our game, potentially. And Amico, I had him at my Arsenal save. He was fantastic, and they've paid 50 million for him. Still young. Still got a chance to get there. So, next episode will be... It's going to be a Champions League game. I think, yeah, it's Bayern at home. So the first of the key games. So hopefully Sparta Prague and Galatasaray can play out like a draw or something and just keep it as the top two in sort of domination. If you enjoyed this episode, please do drop a like. While you're there, drop a sub on the channel. I'm still gunning for that 50 subscribers. Again, as I'm recording this, I've jumped up from 36 or 37 to, I think it's 39 when I checked about an hour ago. So yeah, it's ticking along, coming up, you know, ticking by slowly, getting there. We can get to 50 maybe by the end of July. I think that's probably a bit optimistic, but hopefully we can get there. And then, yeah, we'll see where we go from there and aim for the next target and see if we can just grow the channel from there. Any comments as well? I've interact with everyone. It's mostly the same sort of people responding. So if there's anyone new out there or different out there watching, feel free to drop a comment. I will respond. Anything at all, pretty much within the context of the save or the series. That'd be great. Yeah, and until next time for that, well, big Bayern Munich game at home. I'll see you later. Take care.